think that brings up the issue of this is about building a relationship with your audience, because fans are going to be really happy to buy your DVD. You know, I noticed like with the DIY Days conference, the videos are on, you know, the videos were put online, you know, and you could watch them for free. And at the conference, people were very happy to make a $20, $30 donation for the hard copy, quote unquote, DVD as a way of helping the conference, for example. So I think the problem is that with the industrialization of the industry, we started thinking of, you know, DVDs as this commodity that's sold on a store shelf. And I think filmmakers have this great opportunity to rethink the whole ecosystem as I'm building a relationship with my audience, my viewers, and they want me to do more work. They want to support what I'm doing, and so I'm going to give them various ways that they can provide support, whether it be buying DVDs or buying T-shirts or contributing to the production of the next project. I know some independent filmmakers, for example, have sold individual frames of their animation as a way of raising money for their film, which makes for really long credit rolls at the end, where you have the frame number range and the person who paid for that part of the film. But I think the challenge is to think more creatively about our relationship with the marketplace. As it is. And I believe philosophically that giving stuff away is a wonderful way to build a relationship with people. In fact, many years ago I started pre-production on a film about intellectual property issues and the value of giving stuff away for free. And I decided that it was going to be the most dreadfully boring documentary and no one would ever watch it. So I killed the project the moment that a friend of mine, Bren Bataclan, invited me to his first art opening. And here it was an emerging artist who was showing his work in a gallery. All of the paintings had a price tag attached to them. My wife and I purchased painting number 1 of exhibition number 1. And lo and behold, since that first gallery exhibition, Bren Bataclan has become a self-supporting artist by giving his paintings away, and that's what my film Smile Boston project is about. And the more Bren gives away his paintings, the more commissions he gets, the more grants he gets, the more gallery showing invitation he gets, the more he gives it away, the more successful he is. And in some ways, he's sort of this living, breathing example of the Google economy. If you think about it, Google gives away 80% of their wealth. Of the wealth that they've created in terms of intellectual property, in terms of information. But by giving 80% of it away, and that's just a number I'm throwing out there, they're able to monetize that 20%, right? So they're making a fortune in the ad business. And they're giving it away in the information retrieval search business. But that 80% they give away creates that market. And in a way, the more you give away, you create a space for yourself. For example, Bren Bataclan kind of owns the category of giving away happy, smiley paintings. He's kind of created this category and he owns that category. And so by giving stuff away, he creates a niche for himself. And I think, and so I made the documentary to share it with artists and filmmakers, so to help them think about how this might work for them. And Bren is a good business person. He worked as a management consultant and a designer in previous lives, so he understood the new economy business models really well intuitively. And so for him, it was very natural. And he came about it very innocently. It was never this, evil corporate plan or anything like that, to monetize his work. In some ways, he kind of stumbled across a model, but he was able to recognize it, and he was able to nurture it and feed it. And I think there's a lot of other examples like that. Another example I think that's interesting to look at online is the show with Ze Frank. Ze Frank was a video blogger who made a video blog for exactly 1 year. But what was interesting about Ze Frank is he didn't just do a video blog. He built a relationship with his audience. He would involve his viewers in the process of future shows. He incorporated viewer submissions as part of his video blog. And he would do really wonderful participatory projects. He did this one project called Earth Sandwich. Somebody would take a piece of bread, they'd put it down on the ground somewhere on the planet, and up, and share the GPS coordinates. Now the challenge was somebody else had to find the opposite spot on the Earth and put a piece of bread on that opposite side of the planet. And there were actually some people crazy enough to go out of their way in their exotic world travels to put a piece of bread down on the ground so that they could make an Earth sandwich. And it's this kind of inventiveness of building dialogue with the audience, and moving away from a broadcast model of I am the author and I send things out into the world to I am a master of ceremonies, or I'm a collaborator, or I'm a leader, or I'm a member of a community, and I'm bringing people together to do things collaboratively as a group.
I love that idea, and a lot of the films that filmmakers are building these almost outreach type media campaigns around are the ones that do well. They do really well, but maybe 1 in 10 that comes to me is a filmmaker that wants to keep working on this and hasn't, the other 9 have moved on. They've made their film, now they're working on their next film, and
well,
so it's rethinking that.
For 1 year.
Yeah.
And
I wish
why
they
I use
would.
that example, because he did it for a fixed time, right? Because I hear that objection from a lot of my fellow filmmakers. I don't want to be a marketing person for the rest of my life. I'm a filmmaker. I want to make films, not marketing campaigns.
Well, of course, say Frank's day job is marketing, so it's brilliant.
Yeah.
But he also has a separate traditional monetization stream.
Yeah.
Not that that argues against it, but
Right.
it's just like he's not making money from Earth Sandwich, just to be clear.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
And of course, his episode on brand is the best explanation of brand I've ever seen. In one sentence, he summarizes brand as an emotional aftertaste. He is a brilliant marketer.